Whoa.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Sorry we're a few minutes late. We had some technical difficulties.
My power. Yeah, my power was just like, all right, I'm out. It just cut off. It was like 10:57. So our apologies. So give everybody a few hot seconds. So today,
super excited for today.
Yep. I'm gonna have a lag. I can see it. It's gonna be great. Caitlin. Watching. All right. We got folks piling in. Good deal. So happy Monday, everyone. Today, we're going to be giving you guys probably too much information, if that's a thing. But Nate and I, we've kind of deemed this to be a perfect checklist that is ROI focused, meaning you make money, right? So if you're in any of our groups, that means you have a business, want to start a business, you already have an offer, you're already building your audience, you're already creating content, and you want to have more consistent sales every month with the right people, right? Not just anyone. You don't want just anyone to buy from you, but you want more of the right people. So if that's you and you want more of the right people to buy from you, put right people down in the comments just so we can make sure everybody can hear us, because my power went out and I don't know if my shit's working well. So if you want the right people, just put that in the comments.
Hashtag right people.
Yeah. Right people. Right people. All right. Okay. So y'all can hear me. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sweet. So real quick, a couple things to keep in mind before we jump into this. We've put together a hella training for you guys today, like literally. As you'll see as we go through it, there'll be about 1% of you that will take this training, take notes, and actually go implement and start making money. You'll land more clients, you'll make more sales, your affiliate dashboard will fill up, all that good shit that everybody really wants. But there'll also be another percentage of you that will want to actually grab the offer, because we're going to go into, believe it or not, higher detail with all of these topics plus more. So we just wanted to be upfront. Y'all know how we roll. We're open, honest, and transparent. That's just the way we operate. So we're going to try and go through this in a timely manner to make it helpful as possible to you guys. I'm going to attempt not to ramble, but it could happen. I haven't had any complaints on my rambles, neither has Nate, but we're going to go through it. So if you have questions as we're going, wait until the end. And we're going to dive into the actual offer itself that we're going to run for a very short period of time at a very, very low price until the 22nd. Okay, so stick with us, save your questions, write them down, and put them in the chat. We love it when we see things in the chat so we can come back to. So the more hearts that we can get, we got like 30 folks on. If you can smash that heart button, drop us some comments, let us know where you're at, get the engagement up so it gets out to more people, because that's what we want to do. We want to help as many people as possible. Okay, so this training's all about you guys, nothing else. Okay, so if y'all ready to rock, let me know. Y'all ready to rock or no?
Yeah. Awesome. Let me pull it up.
Sweet. Ready. Cool. It's good to see all of y'all too. Now, last but not least, before we pull this unit up and just put some fire under your ass, we've already had a shit ton of people grab the actual offer for the predictable profits. I don't know, we're probably like close to 20 now. We really haven't mentioned it per se. We gave our Group Juice members, the Group Juice family, first dibs. So we will be capping spots on this, just to throw that out there. It's none of that fake scarcity shit that some people do. Like, we really will. And the price that we have this for public right now, me and Nate have already talked about it. It's going to be $200 until the 22nd, and we're going to take it to $1,000. Like, straight up, we already know this. Okay, so sleep on it if you want to. You can get it for $200 later, or you can do it for $1,000. In the future, totally up to you. Makes no difference to us. That's what we've been doing for like the last 10 months to do over $400,000. So we're going to break down some cool shit for you here for your checklist, and selfishly get you sold on the actual offer, which we haven't really had to do. So here we go. We're about to go.
Awesome. So this is going to basically be your guys' like ultimate ROI checklist for launching your first or next offer, right? Even if you're an affiliate, even if you don't want to create your own like course or your own product, this is basically everything we've done to the framework we've used all year to launch, an exact framework we've given to their own products, their own offers, their own launches. Anything quite like this, right? We've ran a lot of free trainings. We've like let people come join us in core. This training and what we're going to be able to do over the coming weeks with you guys. So this could in fact be the difference between you kickstarting your momentum coming into 2023 and compounding it into more and more results, or you making no sales, right? This is by far one of the biggest missed pieces for a lot of affiliates, right? They're not implementing this type of stuff in their business. They're just posting content, waiting for sales to come in. And everything we're laying out in this doc is kind of going to give you control over your sales flow, your lead flow, how to actually take your idea in your brain and turn it into cash. Yeah. Right. So a couple different nuances, right? Because I know this can be kind of an intimidating task for those that are kind of fairly newer in the online space, right? You can do this with a cheaper product, right? You can do this with something with a smaller investment. We're big on doing everything in our businesses about building future bank, right? So, and this is going to really give you an angle to kind of think about longer term, right? If you do 20 people off the back end of a $10 product and they have a good experience with you, they're going to be more inclined to buy something else from you, right? Doing it in that way is not necessarily about producing a bunch of cash on the front end, but it's more about building your own pool of buyers, building relationships with people that will in turn turn into more sales on the back, right? This is how you're going to end up building and prioritizing your own ecosystem and planting those relationships, right? Building those relationships. And that can start with a low ticket product, can start with selling something not as expensive. Got some experience in your belt, do it with high ticket products, right? You have the ability to inject a handful of cash. Again, build your own pool of buyers and get paid to create something you can sell over and over again, right? By far, one of the most powerful components to what we're talking about is you can literally create something that you can add as a bonus. You can sell it over and over again. You can have an asset that works for you, right? If somebody's asking you the same questions over and over again, you have the ability to create something that answers all those questions for you and get paid to do it at the same time.
Real quick, Nate, I wanted to throw this in real quick. I know I have a nice country lag. Something that's really, really important that I want all of you guys to pay attention to from here and as you go in your journey. That relationship aspect. When most folks right now, they're just trying to make a sale, right? They're wanting to make a sale or get a customer to make a sale, They don't want to make a sale to get and keep a customer, right? All the folks that have been buying from us for like the last couple of years have continued to buy because we continue to over deliver, number one. And the thing that they buy, the first initial sale, we make sure they have a great experience, right? If you can do that, like literally your customer value over a long period of time will be much, much higher. So wanted to throw that in real quick before we jump to what you're going to need prior. So like this is stuff that most of you already have. If not, you can build up to it. Definitely encourage. So you need to have some type of audience, and it really does not make a shit even if you have a small audience. We've helped folks monetize as many as groups of 40 people. Okay, 40 people to make thousands of dollars, right? A couple of our clients, they did over $100,000 in sales in 4 months, and they had less than 1,500 members between both of their groups. Okay, so you don't have to have a huge audience. You just have to have a targeted audience that love you based on your content, what you teach, what you can help them achieve. Okay, so next thing would be the goodwill. That goodwill is you not asking people to buy your shit every single day, every second of the day. All right, it's like you're actually sharing valuable insights and different perspectives of how you operate and why you think the way that you do and how you have accomplished things, right? Because like if you look at me and Nate, for example, what we really want to go hard on is how we do things. Just by us talking about how we do things, it's attractive to folks that want to do things how we do it, right? There's a lot of noise out there. The way that we do things aren't and will not be for everyone. But like our main goal is to free up time to be time rich so that we can kind of remove ourselves in the business as it grows, but we're still growing the business, right? Well, we're all doing this for time freedom as a number one key thing, also to make money. But the more time you can free up, the more you can do with the family, and also the more you can build on what you already have. The more time you have, the more income producing activities you can create, the more opportunities you create. You see where I'm going, right? So you got to build the goodwill in your audience, giving them actual value that's going to be helpful. Like this training that we're doing right now. Y'all can take this. Y'all don't have to buy shit, right? Y'all will be able to take this and put it to work. You're still going to have to do work, right? Another thing most people miss. But we're doing this really to build relationships. We want you guys to know, one, we know what the hell we're doing. We've been doing it for a while. We've actually helped folks, and it's repeatable. Okay, so that's the biggest things. Couple things of why this works so well, like how it's repeatable and predictable, is the fact that it's new, right? We do new shit every so often. And you can also make something that's old new again. We also show you how to do that too. But it's not many folks doing this. They're sleeping on it. We literally do not see many people doing this. All right. So you can incorporate in your business the same thing so that it comes off as new for your audience. Okay. Exclusivity. Not sharing it with many. We're really not. We don't know how many folks we're going to allow to grab the actual offer from us. But same thing with you guys. If you're rolling something out, you're wanting to work with a very small group of people. Say you have a group of 100 folks or an audience of 100 folks, and you're only doing your offer or running it for 5 people. That means 95 people are going to miss out. Okay, that's that scarcity as well. Scarcity can fall into a number of spots as well as raising the price, because no shit, Sherlock, we're going to raise the price on this just because of what we're giving away. All right, time limited. Not doing it it's not forever at that price or that amount of spots if you're going to bring it back or not. Like, it's a couple of different ways you can go about doing that. Making it more personal. The more you can make it all about them, the better off it's going to be, because we've said this a few times. People are selfish, right? Every single person in the world is selfish to their own means. But when it comes to things like this, what we do around the education and marketing space, e-learning and whatnot, folks want to know what the hell you can do for them. That's a big part of what they care about. Okay. Now, if it happens to align with who they are as a person and what they want to accomplish in business, that's even better. But they really want to know what you can do for them. All right. Bonuses, anything that's relevant to what you're selling, anything at all. It could be physical products that's going to enhance their content creation. It could be a book that's relevant to what they're learning in the actual offer. It could be any templates or resources that you have that you've built over time, or something you have access to you can give away, etc. Like, get creative, but make sure it's relevant to what you're doing. The biggest thing is you want to make it all about them, their outcome, their results, where they want to get. All right. So there's that.
And so the goal and the outcome, right? Get paid to create an asset that will allow you to bolt it onto any relevant affiliate product, and increase the perceived value and make you stand out from other affiliates, right? This is kind of what I teased on earlier, is saying nobody's doing this. And a lot of people are still missing this in the online space, or the affiliate space primarily. You can literally get paid to create a bonus that nobody else has, that you just made that affiliate product better than everybody else promoting it, right? We've done this a handful of times in our business. We do this all the time with even our own products. And that's without a doubt the reason that we've had a lot of success, is because we were delivering a lot of stuff on top of whatever affiliate program we were promoting. Doesn't matter if it was a cheap product, doesn't matter if it was a, $5,000 product. It didn't make a difference, right? We were having things that we were providing on top of it. And it's going to be key, right? As I kind of added here, right? You can use this strategy to get paid to create your own asset, create your own unique bonus, right? So prioritize you, right? This is another benefit, goal outcome, prioritize you, building your own pool of buyers, who you can start building long-standing relationships with, because they will buy additional products from you, right? This is a thing that I see all the time. It's like growing and continuously pumping somebody else's ecosystem. And it's like, you have to prioritize your own ecosystem, your own pool of buyers, your own relationships built, because that's what's going to really set you guys free, especially over the years to come, right? What are you going to do when a product stops trending and you sent 5,000 people to their group, right? What if their group gets shut down? Right? You got to prioritize building your own business. And next goal outcome, kickstart a wave of momentum by stacking your own monetary wins, testimonials, and create more leverage for you to go out there and have angles in your content, right? The more that you're doing in your business, the more type of content you have to create. And it gets extremely easy over time, right? And that's not to say like online business as a whole is easy, but this angle is, right? If you run a little case study group, you get 10 people into a back end thing where you're running weekly calls, you run a 4 to 8 step training, right? You then have all that stuff you can take to the forefront of your content, right? Which is going to pre-sell on you, that you know what you're talking about, cause intrigue, right? You're going to get people that you're working with that like you, right? That will give you testimonials, right? It's really like a snowball rolling down a hill. Everything about this online business is its momentum is a very real thing, right? It's what I mentioned in the beginning of this too, about don't be afraid to do this on a lower ticket product, right? To prioritize building your own pocket of buyers, right? You're going to get more people. There's going to be more noise. There's going to be more people that you're working with. And then more angles for your content, right?
The idea, the thought. How many of you have had like an idea? You're like, yep, that right there is a great idea. I should probably run with it. But you're not really sure how to, monetize it, how to actually create an income from it. So like the idea and the thought of monetization kind of gets you in a tizzy, or you don't really know the exact next steps to do. So think about something that you're doing like right now that might be different, or not a lot of folks are doing it, that you can teach someone else. Now, The cool thing is this does not have to involve money. All right. This would be like perfect for those of you that haven't made any sales or only made a couple. We actually helped someone last year, and they had told us this one thing that they had done, and it was grow a big following. Right now, of course, the following had made income, but what we were able to do was show them how to craft a unique offer around that non-monetary thing and turn it into income in less than 24 hours. All right. Idea to income, 24 hours. All right. So think about what you can do, what you can help, what you can teach. Something you're regularly doing that's a little bit different or would solve an absolute big pain point or a burning problem that someone in your audience has. All right. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Literally, it does not. So get that out of your brain if you're thinking it. Or if you're like, oh, well, I can't help someone because I haven't, made $10,000. That's bullshit. It's a bad way to think, and it's not healthy for your brain. Because if you've grown a following or you've generated leads, you've had combos, you've closed sales, if you've created content consistently, things like that, that actually sells too. Okay. Now, how you're writing content, how you set up your business, how you're generating more combos, lead gen, sales strats, common questions that you see a lot that you actually know the answer to. Those simple things right there, that can put money in your pocket and create awesome relationships with folks so you can start to network and continue to grow your personal brand. All right. So you can do this off, if you're doing it off of an affiliate product, make sure you keep it relevant to what you're selling. Okay. Because if you don't, you're going to confuse people. All right. So if you think about a couple things we've actually seen happen and helped happen, take Jill, for instance. She took a group from like 200 folks to 2,000 people in 28 days. And the really cool part was, she was kind of creating her own way of doing it based off the strategies that we teach in Group Juice. And then she was able to make like a shit ton of high ticket sales and mid ticket and low ticket sales in the process of that 28 days. All right. That's why we invited Jill to core with us soon after. All right. So another one, we've done like, I don't know how many case studies Nate and I did last year where we took a couple small groups of people at different time frames around different topics and sold them an affiliate product to get access to us to be a part of it. Right. You can do this with low, mid, and high ticket things, anything from $10 all the way up to $5,000 or more. All right. So helping folks snag their first high ticket sale on the back of, $100 product like SAI or Juice Box, something like that. There's so many ways you can do this that it's really limitless at the possibilities, how much money you can make, how many people you can help, how big you can grow your business. All right. It's really like up to you with how big you want to go. It's literally limited to your imagination and your creativity. So whatever you're going to provide on top of product X, make sure it's relevant to that thing with what you're doing on the back that nobody else is doing. And there's literally not a lot of people doing this because they just want to sell the thing and forget about the person. Versus we want to make sure who we're selling it to so we can help the person and then continue helping the person to grow their shit as big as they want. All right. That's the difference. So pick a few things you could run a live training on. Don't care what it is, as long as it's high value and it's an outcome based training. Like if you take this and go and do it, you'll get this result type deal. All right. That's it. The more goodwill you put into people, they'll realize your shit. You can actually help them. God forbid they go and implement the shit that you teach them and get results, because they're going to come back and want to buy from you. All right. That's the simplicity of this. Right. Now, pre-selling it. Me and Nate thought that was pretty basic and normal with us to pre-sell on things. But it's like the more and more folks that we've worked with, which is, like hundreds and hundreds of people at this point, Folks didn't even know that you could pre-sell things. And what I mean by pre-sale is actually pre-selling would be actually closing spots before you roll out and deliver the actual thing, and then pre-selling the idea in content before you roll it out, right? So like there's two kinds of pre-selling out there really. But this way you don't have to spend 82 hours creating something that you don't even know if people are going to buy it, because then you're going to waste all that time. So with how we do it, we get interest first. That helps us like really identify the gap in the market that we can feel. Okay. So you get interest first, and then you can take that interest and pre-sale spots into the training, and then run it live inside of a private buyers group or on a Zoom or, on a different platform, whatever you want to do. But highly encourage that. It's a beautiful model, because then you can kind of operate stress-free, because you're going to get paid to do something and work with awesome people, right? This is why we're like super excited about this one, because we're going to change the game with it, right?
Yeah, and that's a really big pivot you could make too, is like changing the angle of it, because it allows you to produce cash up front. And like worst case scenario, if you have an idea for an offer, you have an idea for some type of launch, and there's not a lot of interest, it allows you to change the angles and pivot and change the direction of it before you ever even like start shooting videos or start recording anything or doing anything, right? Like if you take this exact offer we're talking about, for example, right, our predictable profits, this is the first public thing we've really done about it, and we already sold 20 spots. And we're not running the live until the 22nd, right? As far as like a business owner standpoint, the amount of work that we've prepped the training and everything, but we haven't spent 10 hours creating a bunch of course material, right? We're running the thing live, right?
Yeah. And something else, it's like we're not one, and I mean like Team Flate. We're not one to be out here talking some shit about you go do this, and we're not doing it. Like we literally practice what we preach and teach. All right. Like some folks are out here, oh yeah, the best way to make $10,000 a month is to do this. And they ain't even fucking did it. Right. I can't stand that. There's a better way. All right. Start with what you can actually accomplish, or in the vicinity of people that are accomplishing it. But don't say how to do something if you haven't actually done it. All right.
Next thing would be like nailing the timeline, right? Giving yourself more time to run the promotion. This is one of the biggest things that we've kind of picked up on over the last couple of years, especially when we try to help people deploy this in their business, is they don't give themselves enough time, right? They maybe think they're going to run an offer, they're going to run a promo for 3 days, and then all the spots don't sell out. So they're like, oh, this shit's broken, I don't want to do it. You have to give yourself more time, your audience more time to get acclimated to what you're doing, right? Give yourself more room to start selling actual spots, right? To hit different angles inside of your content, right? One piece of content isn't going to change your entire life, right? And that's the same concept with running a promotion or putting an offer to market, running some type of case study group. It's not going to, one piece of content isn't going to change everything, right? That's the reality of it. So it depends on what the time frame is, but I would recommend giving yourself a few weeks, right? Give yourself a couple weeks to actually even start attacking different angles and start selling spots, right? A really good example of this is like Thad and Demi, right? They kicked off their Triple C's launch, right? And for the first like 8 days, it was a lull, right? But their audience had to get built up to what they're doing, what they're selling, what they're launching, right? And then on that 9th day, it was like 6 or 7 spots sold that day, right? Yeah. It's because they're building up that audience is like, okay, well, now I see what's going on. Okay, you said something differently that resonated with me. I'm ready now, right? And that's a big thing, is people will be like, this one type of content angle, and then it doesn't work, and then they kind of be like, oh well, jump ship, like try something brand new, right? You have to give yourself more time.
Yep. And it happens so many times. Like I went through it too. There was a stage, and it's a lot of folks still going through it. If they do something for a couple days or a week or even 2 weeks and it doesn't work, they scratch the whole idea and they just jump to something new. And then they repeat that ugly, vicious cycle, and then they're confused of why they're not getting results. So like here's two things before I go into, plugging the offer. It's one thing to not be winning and you don't know why. Because if you don't know why, then you don't know what to tweak, what to fix. But if you're also winning and you don't know why, that's also going to fuck you up, because then you don't know what to keep repeating, right? So like, you got to give yourself time. This is one of my favorite parts, like creating and crafting and putting the offer together. Like I fell in love with this process, like the third quarter of 2021. And since then, have created a shit ton of offers that have absolutely sold. So we're big on Google Docs, thanks to Jacob. We talk about Jacob very, very often because we give credit where credit is due. So owe that dude a lot. He is the biggest reason of why Nate and I are as successful as we are. So we learned that process from him. And now we've regularly turned the English language into over $400,000 this year. Like legit, no shit. It's been like the most effective and simple way to shrink the sales process, minimize conversations, pretty much kill off any freebie seekers of people wanting free information. No sales calls. It's one of our favorite parts. I see a lot of folks that are running like a one or even 2-man show. And I'm like, yeah, man, we got 87 calls this week. And I'm like, fuck that. That's just me, though. Right? It's just me. Okay? I would not want to be on calls, 12 hours a day. Sorry, not sorry. If that's your thing, all good. It's just not me. So we're going to show you exactly how to do this when it comes to crafting your offer inside of the predictable profits process. So we're going to go super deep on all of these topics that we're talking about, as well as quite a few more. And you get access to all of our promos and successful campaigns that we've ran the entire year, so that you can plug in your story, your offers, and easily write compelling copy that's going to put, that big ass family of Benjamin Franklins in your pocket. All right. So stick around to the end if you want to see the actual offer. If you already know you want in, just hit me and Nate up, but we'll get to that in a second. It's literally responsible for multiple $10,000 days. Our biggest day ever this year so far is $12,000 in less than 24 hours. All right. So you got folks that are preaching shit that, they haven't quite done yet and talking about 10K a month, blah, blah, blah. We've had 10K days. Okay. I'm not saying that to brag, because I'm about the most humble country dude that you ever meet based on all my shit. But I'm just telling you, this is what's possible. Okay. Like literally, if you can craft a great offer and then follow this checklist, and God forbid you actually get the real offer, like you're going to be a force to be reckoned with coming into next year. And the reason we're doing it so cheap and such high value is because we want y'all's ass to win. We want y'all to go and quit that job next year. We want y'all to get those pinnacle 10K months. We want y'all to get those messages like we get, like, holy shit, I can't believe this just happened. Just closed my first, 1K deal. Like, we want y'all to experience that in the most ethical way. Okay.
Yeah.
So stick
around.
around.
And the one thing I'll even add really quickly is it wasn't with, like, the craziest part too is, like, it wasn't with a $12,000 product, right? So we didn't make one sale, right? It's like handfuls of sales daily, right? On days, because relatively our products are a lot cheaper than most of the ones in the market. But this strategy can facilitate volume without calls, without calendar full of leads, right? Like, or calendar full of strategy sessions. And that kind of ties into this, right? Setup and structure. We're all about keeping things simple as fuck, right? Even to this day, our businesses aren't highly automated. We don't have a network of VAs doing cold outreach for us. We don't have like that. That's like, we want a small, tight knit business that's simple, right? We have one VA who edits TikToks for us. That's it. Right? I mean, that's all. Create a separate group where you're going to be running the training. Give the resources once they've bought, right? Two different angles you could take, right? Building your own private buyers group, right? Where you run those live trainings, you build those relationships with the people, right? Cool angle. You have a private buyers group. You're doing things regularly in that. You can then talk about that everywhere else. Causes intrigue. Everybody's like, hey, how do I get into that group? You just pre-sold on your offer before you ever even talk to them, right? Plug everything into a Google Drive. Give them the folder when they've purchased, right? This is how simple things could really be. We've sold standalone core accelerator trainings for a couple $100. A Zoom call we've already ran in a Google Drive, selling them that training because it will help them, right? Obviously, it's not money to write home about, but it builds that relationship and it plants that seed, right, for future bank. Doesn't have to be anything super fancy, especially in the beginning, right? Like literally all you would need is a private buyers group, right? A little separate group. Doesn't have to be optimized. Literally just a cover photo where you plan on building relationships and running your trainings in, right? That's like super simple, right?
Quick question for you guys. If, let's say you love this training, right? And you are one of the awesome folks that decide to grab predictable profits, right? Like it's definitely priced where it needs to be. A little low if you ask me. But anyways, if you were to grab the $200 training that we're going to be selling to come and hang out with us inside of our core accelerator for a day, if you grab that training, you come and hang out with us, and you run say one solid promo, and you make $5,000 to $10,000. Would you be happy with that? Like, you get a training for $200, you get all the access to everything, you come and hang out with us. Like, would you be happy with making $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 with your next couple promos? Like, would that be good for you? Like, let me know. The reason I'm asking, because our selfish plug is to help folks with what we're talking about, how to make sure you launch and get predictable results, right? If we do that with enough people, it's going to be easier for us to say, hey, you just made $15,000 with your last promo. How about come over into core with us, right? We want this to, one, help the most people at this price point. Two, we want to identify rock stars that actually go out and implement the training that they buy from us. And then we want to invite those rock stars over to core so we can help them get to six figures. I mean, that's as simple as we want to keep it, right? At this point, we've helped a chunk of folks cross over $100,000 this year. Dozens more hit those pinnacle, $10,000 marks, right? So that's it. So I want y'all to just think about that. Next, Nate, do you want to cover the free training one, or do you want me to get it?
I can, or whatever. You're already talking.
All right. So look, this is so simple. People will like write it off. Okay, they're like, how much free value is too much free value? It's never enough, because what you're really selling is like help, support, and implementation. It's literally about, we've noticed about 1% of people that'll take anything for free that you run and actually run with it and go do it, right? But every single promo that we've done, it's actually over a dozen different offers that we've ran, created, promoted this year, and every single one of them, the anchor has been a free video training, just like the one we're doing now, right? Because we want to, one, gain attention, two, demonstrate, three, monetize. All right. We're not everyone's cup of tea, because I say fuck way too many times. If you don't like that word, then you probably won't like any of our trainings. So sorry, not really. But You want everything we've done. We've started it with a free training that is higher value than most people's paid courses. All right. We do that to showcase our experience and high value on the front. So this is why we do it, because we can get attention, we can demonstrate, and then we can monetize. All right. That's what we want you guys to be able to do whenever you want. All right. So like I said, it's only 1% of you that are going to take this training and apply it consistently more than 2 days and actually get results from it. Okay. So if you want your results to be predictable while simplifying and removing the bullshit that you don't like in your process, in your business, in your life heading into next year, then you're going to want to grab the actual offer at the end. Okay. If everyone hasn't noticed, if you've bought anything from us, y'all already know that we over deliver not only on the actual, course or trainings, but with our support as well. Like we have kind of built the habit of over delivering. All right. So this will allow you, by just following what the hell we're talking about today, it'll allow you to build goodwill and have folks respect you. And you'll be training them at the same time of how to treat you while building rapport with your audience, grow your audience, and allow you to easily extend invitations to work with you, right? That's something else that JC is really big on, has instilled into us, is invitation selling. Super, super low pressure. Because if we help you get results with something that's low investment, the invitation for you to come and work with us in a higher end program and our premium price stuff, it's no pressure. We've already showed you. Same thing for you guys. This is what you guys need to be doing. So you can't never give in like too much value unless you never make an offer. All right. If you're just going to give value, and be like, I don't know why people aren't buying, you got to make sure you're making offers. Okay.
Yep. That's a big one, Yeah, and that just even reinforces, like, this is a really cool strategy. We ran a coaching call on this exact topic for our core clients a couple weeks back. It's really powerful because it's a win-win, right? Worst case scenario, someone goes and implements your free training and they win, and the chances of them buying something from you in the future is extremely high, right? They won off of free training from you. They're already sold on everything you're talking about. Why wouldn't they want to work with you? Right. And it makes the ascension into anything else extremely easy. Right. Like, if you guys saw some of the messages that we've sent, or I've sent, to like getting people to sign up for core, you're like, that's the message you sent to sell them. Like, yeah, like it's not, you don't have to be like some sales savant and this wizard if you operate your business this way. Right. It's the easiest thing, right? Like, super low pressure.
Yeah.
Content rotation, right? Rotating between different styles, pain points inside of your content throughout the duration of the launch, and the promotion, right? As I kind of teased on earlier, if your thing solves 5 different problems, if the affiliate product you're promoting covers another 5, you now have 10 different angles and solutions to specific problems that you need to attack, right? So if you're running a promo, you're running some type of offer, you don't want to just talk about one pain point for the next 3 or 4 weeks, right? After, as we talked about audience acclimation, where your audience is going to be like, okay, well, I kind of see what's going on here. If you're talking about the same exact problem the entire time, your audience is going to be tapped like relatively quickly if you're consistently posting about it, right? Cycle through all of them, right? That's going to be the biggest shift you guys could make, especially rolling into promos, is different content rotations, right? Mixing in different angles in your content, because something you say differently could resonate with the same person tomorrow, right? You could say something today and somebody in your audience reads it and they're like, hey, that doesn't really make sense to me. And then you talk about something else tomorrow, that could be the thing that they needed to hear to buy from you. Right. And you're not going to have the ability to do that unless you cycle through different strategies. You get super micro with it, right? If we looked at this doc, which we probably will, for those of you that pay close attention, we can go out and we can start talking about each one of these bullet points in our content, right? Each one of these can be a different angle for content, a pain point, a solution, right? Something relevant to them. Stacking micro momentum, right? People start jumping in, people consuming the free training you ran. Someone has a takeaway from the training. Bring all of that to your public content, right? People having wins from the affiliate product. It breeds proof of concept, causes FOMO, which will get more eyeballs on the training and the offer doc, right? I'll challenge all of you guys watching this training with us right now. After we run this training, go watch our content that we post in the next few days. It's all going to be about this. It's all going to be about the live training we just ran. It's all going to be about takeaways, people jumping in, right? It really sets the tone and will allow you to start kicking things off, right? Talking about real things that are going on in your business.
And you'll begin to do it naturally as you're doing like more video training. It's like, I just thought about it now because of what Nate said, but like I push for engagement while we're doing these trainings. Now, I don't really do it on purpose anymore. I just do it naturally. It's become a habit. So like when I'm asking y'all questions, I want you guys to be engaged in the comments for a couple of reasons. One, helps with the reach of things. Two, I've seen comments in here that have made me giggle. They've made me smile. They've made me feel really good. Like some folks have said it already. I already bought mine, right? They already got their spot for the 22nd. And then another comment from Michelle, etc. But that's what I'm saying. You want to push for engagement when you're doing these, because I can take a comment and go and create a piece of content. I can take one topic off of this checklist and create 5 different pieces of content with 5 different angles from one topic. So technically, this one doc will probably produce anywhere from 20 to 50 pieces of content across our written form and our video, right? So what you create, what you do, what you believe in, what you're talking about, what you can help folks with, all of that is content. If you post a piece of content, it cannot hurt you. It can only help you. So go out and create more shit, okay? The more you create, the more you make, right? The more you create, the bigger your relationships, the more relationships you build. Guess what? You build a relationship today and it starts 6 months from now. There's no telling how much they're going to invest into you or how many people they're going to refer to you. You see how all this compounds. So stop worrying about what you want for today and think about what you want to be happening a little bit down the road. Now, you can make a sale today and that person might spend $50,000 with you over the next 2 years. And that same person that spent 50 with you, they might send you 5 more people that spend 50, right? That one person has now brought you $250,000. Think about that for a second. If I just blew your mind, put that shit in the comments, like mind blown. Think about it, guys. So last couple things real quick, because we're getting to the nitty gritty and the good shit. Hammer your limited availability, right? The reason me and Nate are capping this is because we've only shared this with people that have paid us $5,000 to $10,000. All right, this offer, predictable profits, that training that we're going to run on the 22nd, where folks come and hang with us for a full day. We've only shared that with people that have paid us $5,000 to $10,000, right? So we're going to cap the spots on this. You're different. Your reasoning for capping your spots might be different. Maybe you don't want to handle that much volume, or you don't want to work with that many people, right? So nothing sells quite like a deadline. Nothing sells like, capped out spots. Same thing like when you're going to a concert, like, hey, we're only going to sell 1,000 tickets. People rush to buy those tickets. Doesn't really matter the price, because if the brand or the topic is someone they want to go and listen to or learn from or hear their music, they're going to go and buy. Make sure they get their spot. So nothing sells like a deadline. Never forget that. Go vague on when, if you're just starting your promo. That way you can kind of keep it open and kind of feel out. So like now me and Nate, we've only talked about it a few times before today, and 20 spots flew off the shelf like toilet paper in 2020. So we already know the interest is there. We already know folks want it. So we haven't picked a number of when we're capping it, but we are going to cap it based on the information. We just don't want everybody to have it, right? Because this is what we've been doing all year to do almost $500,000. It's kind of crazy when you say that, because I'm just a small redneck country fella from a very, very, very small town. Anyways, publicly announce when you close a spot, right? Someone who does this really well is Chantel. She's on the Group Juice team. We've helped her make an extra $50,000 this year. And she always announces when someone jumps in with her, whether it's an affiliate product or one of her own offers, because we've helped her do both at this point. So publicly announce it. That's going to show more proof of concept. Someone jumped in, someone grabbed it, someone actually took action. One spot has gone, right? Or this makes 5 spots gone, 2 more, whatever. So get creative and have some fun, right? So we got folks right here letting you know, I already got my spot, bought mine, didn't want to miss it, right? Folks know that when we run an offer, we've done it all year. When we say we're running an offer in X amount of spots, they know that we're going to quit unless, we have a technical hiccup like we did with one of them where, like 12 extra people squoze in, at the last minute, but we couldn't stop that. They got lucky, but most of the time we're very keen on capping the spots, right? So publicly announce when spots are closed so folks can't be like, oh, well, I didn't know. Well, I've announced it every time a spot's closed and it's closed. Better luck next time. What that's going to do is when you come back with another offer and you say, hey, this amount, this many people, this price, that's it. Their FOMO from the last time they missed out is going to hit that buy-in trigger and evoke that emotion. They're going to go buy. All right. So in a nutshell, this is like the most powerful shit right here. And unfortunately, a lot of folks sleep on it. Your promo flow. This is for a campaign. It doesn't have to be a planned promo either. It doesn't have to be like super, super detailed or scheduled or structured or whatever, but decide on what you're going to be covering, 4 to 6 topics, less or more, depending on you, whatever you're comfortable with, and confident in. And make sure that, you make it about them. Enhance the affiliate product, if that's what it is, or, whether it's your own offer, doesn't really matter. But just make sure that it's all about them and outcome specific. Okay. So craft your offer. You can put it on PDF, a Google Doc, Word, Microsoft, whatever you want to do. Okay. But make sure it's about you and what you are going to be helping them do. We are trying to build your personal brand and your credentials up, right? Run a free training talking about those 4 to 6 topics and exactly how it's going to help those who partake, right? Like our predictable profits for $200, it's going to help people make thousands. It already has. It's proven. So the folks that grab it, they are going to get those type of results if they implement the work. You feel me? All right. So run your free training, cover those topics, exactly how it's going to help them. Use your content to feed that training. This is what we're going to do with this one. And some folks will be like, holy shit, they just told us exactly what they're going to do. And we've already made a couple sales on this live, right? This is what we're going to do. We're not just telling you to go and do it or buy it so you can do it. This is what we do. Use your conversations to also fuel your content, but also get more eyeballs on the offer that you create. The more eyeballs that you get on the initial offer, the more feedback you can get, whether they tell you yes or no. If they tell you no, ask them why. Make sure that they're comfortable saying no so that you can ask them why. When they tell you why, you go and make that tweak or that objection to mirror what they said in your offer. Boom, you just got real-time feedback. If you get a yes, ask them why. Hey, why'd you buy? Why'd you want to join? Go create some content. You see? Y'all with me? Close sales and run all the trainings inside your private buyers group or any other platform that you want. We like to do Facebook groups. So put them inside, save them, upload them to a Google Drive, however you want to do it. Like Nate said, you don't need a bunch of fancy shit like everyone says that you do. You don't need to buy 10,000 different softwares, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to, especially in the beginning. Do this as many times that your heart desires. Okay. With as many offers as you want. It's completely up to you. This is how we dialed in our one thing, which is group juice that feeds core. And we started creating other things that feed them both. Right. Now we can solve multiple different problems and meet people where they are, no matter where they are in their business. We got something for absolute beginners that think everything's a scam. We've got things that help people that have been moving for a couple months and not getting the results that they want. We've got something for folks that are making thousands a month and want to take it up to 10, 20, 30, and 40. All right. So you've now just got paid to create an asset that you can sell over and over all throughout next year if you follow this promo flow based on what we said. Okay. So that's the simplicity behind it. Now, I hope like hell you guys got like a couple aha moments, a couple light bulbs went off, and you're like, fuck, why does this sound so easy? It's because it is easy, but you still have to do things, right? It's simple, it's easy. The more you do it, the better you get, just like riding a bike. You might fall down the first time, might scrape your elbow, throw a Band-Aid on that bitch and lean the other way next time. Change angles, right? So I really hope y'all got a lot of value from this. So don't leave just yet, because now we're getting ready to break down what's going to happen if you grab predictable profits. We're going to show you exactly everything that's in there. And if this blew your mind, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're probably going to shit a Benjamin Franklin after you see what we're giving away in this offer. So, yeah.
I have no one in my group yet. Quick question. I'll answer this real quick. If you guys do have any other questions, we can kind of jam out on them after we kind of break down the offer doc a little bit. When you say private buyers group, that's a completely separate group, right? So separate from your regular group, your public group. It's a individual Facebook community or any type of group that is dedicated to somebody who buys your offers, right? Whether that's a low ticket offer, high ticket offer. Usually advise having a private buyers group for higher ticket buyers. But if you're in the earlier stages, don't be against building a private buyers group for your low ticket buyers, right? This is something that a lot of people miss too, is like, especially in the affiliate space, is they're continuously prioritizing building the product creators groups, right? Product owners communities. Like, that's completely fine. Obviously, if they buy a product, they need to be in that group to get support. But you also have to prioritize building your own community, your own pool of buyers, right? As your business grows, as your business evolves, as it changes, you're going to have the ability to continuously build those relationships and extrapolate sales, right?
Boom.
Let me pull up.
Yeah. As he's pulling that up, I'll hit you real quick, Billy. As far as no one in your group yet, like, super simple. People overthink it. What do you have in your group that would make people want to be in there? Right? This free training that we've done today, we're just going to go and talk about it because we've already ran this free training. You can do this with literally anything. You need to have things in your group of like how you do things, type of person that you are, why you have a perspective or an opinion on certain topics. You know, just go for basic things, because what you think is basic isn't basic to other people. All right. I'll say that one more time. What you think is basic is not basic to other people. There's still people in the world don't even know that they can build a business online. They don't know that they can take their brick and mortar business online. It's like just a lot of folks that just don't know what they don't know. So for once, just think about something that you can run in your group that would be helpful to other folks, and go and create it, and then go and create content around it. Who wants to see this actual offer breakdown? Anyone?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. We have public groups. We have Juice Box group. We got Group Juice group. Yep. We got Core Accelerator group. And they get moved to the respective communities when they jump in, right?
Yep.
But yes, exactly like that.
Right. So real quick, if you guys aren't like sold on this. Honestly, we're not going to read this offer to you. We just want to show you what we're going to break down and what we're actually going to be teaching for those of you that come and hang out with us in the Core Accelerator for that day. But if you do want to read the doc, let us know. We'll send it to you. You can just put a doc in the comments if you want to read that actual thing.
And
but
one thing
than
real
that,
quick to keep it
yep.
organized, if you are a Group Juice student, please put hashtag Group Juice Doc. If you're not, just put Doc, right?
Yeah.
Because there is two separate things
Yeah.
for our paid clients already.
Yep. So I see some docs coming. Cool. So we'll pop that to you. So Nate, folks already know how we roll. So if we could just show them like the actual breakdown of things that we're going to cover. I guess it's going to be a jam-packed training in Core. It'll probably be a couple hours. Replays will be available. We are going to cut it up and add it to Kajabi as its own evergreen product that we will sell for $1,000 coming into next year. I shit you not. Like, that's just what we're going to do. We've already had folks tell us everyone in Group Juice actually picked the price for this, right? There was like, you can't do no less than 200 for the public. There's like, it's too much. All right. So they picked it for us. That's what we're going to do based on what we've already had folks get results with this training that we're going to be doing on the 22nd. We are going to sell it for $1,000. It's going to be, $1,000 product 2023. So make your decision. I'm not going to twist your arm, but we're just going to show you guys what we're going to be covering. Okay.
Yep. We are not live in Group Juice right now. Public groups.
We are. This is for the public, right? Like, these guys are crazy running trainings and shit like this. And just remember, if someone happens to steal this, we have had folks steal our information and put in their programs. They're sons of bitches. But at the same time, I got, I'll be honest with y'all. God checked me. He was like, well, I was mad because we've had multiple people steal our information. And it was like, I was mad, right? I've invested like so much money to learn this shit, and someone stole our stuff and put it in their program. And then it was like, it hit me. It was like, well, you want your information and your brand to reach lots of people, right? I was like, yeah. So it's like, they're just helping spread the word because they can't do what we've done. They can't copy our results. They can copy our info, but they can't copy our results, right? So I'm cool with it now. Take it as a compliment. We're making enough noise to where other 6 and 7 figure marketers are stealing our shit. So compliment to Flake. Haul back young and whoop whoop.
And even beyond our results, the client results are pretty much unmatched. That's not to sound conceited, right? Group Juice has only been live for not even a year, and we've sent out 18 awards for 10K profit and 5 for 100K.
Yeah.
So
all good. So in a nutshell, we're not gonna keep y'all
interrupting you, my man. Sorry.
All good.
So for those of you that don't know, if you guys haven't paid attention on this call, we run a 6 to 12 month coaching program called Core Accelerator with a price tag of 5 to 10K on it to join, right? 4-figure a month to join us inside. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening it up to the public for a day, right? We're going to be letting everybody, obviously we can't ethically let everybody in for free because people pay premium prices to be in there with us. But this is where we're going to be running this exact training on, right? We've been testing and tweaking this strategy for a couple of years, right? This year, we've done it with every single offer, right? For those of you that have doubts, for those of you that don't, go look in our groups, right? We're literally using this exact framework to do every offer we put out every month, right? PPT, bundle deal, Group Juice, Juice Box, More Money Multiplier, JVs. It's all the same exact strategy because it works. So December 1st, right? Or December 22nd at 11 a.m. Sorry, we are running it live in our core accelerator program, right? And we're going to pull back the curtains and basically give you everything that we've used, the strategy behind putting your offer together, the content angles you need to use to sell it, right? How to actually effectively deploy this in your own business. And as well, this is a crazy one, every single piece of content we've produced this year to sell all of our offers.
Hey, Nate. Do you got that pulled up on your screen? Like the bullet points of what we're covering that day?
Oh, right here.
I don't see it. Unless my screen is frozen.
Must be.
Well, shit. Do it messy, right? We are nuts, Caitlin. We know it. We can't help it either. It's just how we got to be.
Oh, I'm frozen.
We're trying to get this pulled back up. I can try. Here it comes. Boom. There it is.
See it now?
I can see it now. Can y'all see that?
Oh, see, it's been on my screen for a minute.
All right. So, hey, we're big advocates for not trying to be perfect, and we're living, breathing proof that you don't have to be perfect, right? Give it 1 second. It might be blank screen. It just popped up, so we'll see if there's a 20-second lag. Because I can see the bullet points now, and just pulled it off. I'll tell you what, we did see a lot of y'all that asked for the doc, so we'll send you the doc and you can see all the bullet points. Because I know me and Nate, we want the best things to look at, and we do ramble a little bit, so
Okay,
should be pulled up.
Apparently, I'm not even on the live, just a black screen.
Yeah. Can y'all see the actual bullets? Have it now? Okay, got it. Cool. They got it now. So, quick run through. Proof of concept that Nate was talking about. This will build up the demand and allow you to gain interest for your offer. Your profit PDF or offer doc, whatever you want to call it. When you can craft those and you get in the habit of crafting them in a certain way, it's like you can almost sit there and type it as you're typing it, because I did it the other day. I was like, I'm going to type this up. I'm going to speak to my people, and I'm going to make sure they understand this is what's going to help them, and they can make an easy decision whether they want to buy it or not. Right? So get that together. Your future bank, you're literally getting paid to create an asset one time that you can sell over and over again, so that you can find out who your rock stars are in your audience. Right? This is how we identify folks for group juice. This is how we identify folks for core. And it's worked really, really, really well. It's actually been easier for us to close $5,000 and $10,000 deals than most of the people out there trying to close a $7 deal. Right? I said it. Content matrix. So here's one of the biggest ones that I think me and Nate are just absolutely fucking crazy for doing. Nate went through and pulled every single post that he and I have written all year with our promos. I want y'all to think about that for a second. All of the promo posts that we have written in our groups, in our emails, on our profiles, he's put them all in one place. You guys can use them as templates to see how we were selling what we were selling at the time. You won't have to worry about like what kind of content to create or how to write copy. Like I see so many people say, I don't know how to write content. I'm not sure how to write copy that sells. Well, we could probably sell that one fucking thing for $500. Like no shit. That one content matrix bullet point right there is one of the deciding factors of why we're going to sell this for $1,000. Okay. So no more worry about copy. Like if you don't learn how to write copy by looking at all the stuff we've written that's done over 400,000, then I don't know what else to tell you, honestly. The Cash Mullet Kickoff, how you can kickstart your promo with delivering massively high value, building very, very large goodwill within your audience so you can get paid on the back every single time. The promo pivot, how you can pull on the psychological buying triggers. That's like actual ethical emotions so that people buy for the right reasons and not just on impulse, because we don't want people to buy just because we say to buy. We want people to buy because they know and they're confident that what they're going to get is actually going to be helpful. All right. So when this comes back up, the next one, cash close down. This is the last one. Okay. Yeah, looking at Jeremy's comment. The cash close down, this is how you can really extract the most amount from your audience without burning them out. So just, closing all your spots and making sure you make the most profit, the most ROI on your efforts so that you can continue to get paid for them later. All right. So like we did a 72-hour promo not too long ago. Y'all probably remember. We did like over 16,000 in sales in 72 hours. Right. So using some of those strategies there. So it's also how we did 12K in one day. So look, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to be covering in like a deeper dive. So literally, if you're from the public and you're like, I haven't bought anything from you, but you've been online, you're an affiliate, you're a coach, you sell a software, whatever the case. But if you sell something online, you have some kind of offer, some kind of audience. For $200, you're not going to find anything like this. Like everyone else is charging thousands and thousands for this. Go check. If you reach out and say, hey, how do I craft an offer? How do I run a successful promo? How do I, grow my audience? How do I land predictable sales? Like, what's the process? Be like, all right, well, this is going to be 10 grand, right? We're going to give it all to you for $200, right? So that's it. That's what we're doing. I'm not going to twist your arm. You don't have to buy today. You don't have to buy it all if you don't want to. Take the free train and go run with it. But if you want to rock with us and check the environment inside of Core, grab it. Come hang out with us. We're gonna run this and just see how we go. See how we go for the next couple of weeks. We'd love to have a chunk of awesome folks inside of Core with us on this one day, and we'll let y'all know when we decide to cap the spots. Because as we get closer, we'll shut it down. We probably won't bring it back until sometime next year. But that's a wrap.
Yeah. So super random question. How long on the live was I completely black?
Oh,
the whole video? The whole live? Heck yeah, dude.
So what we'll do is we'll come back to those of you that asked or commented Group Juice Doc or Doc, and we'll hit you guys with the correct info. So if you need the link to go ahead and grab this spot, so when we do cap, you don't miss out. Just like I said, if you're in Group Juice, do Group Juice Doc. If you're not in Group Juice, just put Doc. We'll send it over. You can check things out one more time, and we'll have the link at the bottom so you can go ahead and grab that spot. Completely up to you. So we'll come back. Give us a few minutes. And we'll come back and hit everyone that comments Doc or Group Juice Doc and get y'all sorted. So again, hopefully y'all got some value from this free training that we ran today. If you did, feel free to drop it in the comments. Go and implement it. Grab your spot. We'll see y'all on the 22nd. You can bring your wine, bring your vodka. We don't judge. Bring your wins, all that good stuff. But we're just we're doing everything in our power to make sure 2023 is like a winner for you. Okay. So if you've been paying attention to us for, this year, for a couple months, whatever, this is our way of giving back with super low investment and super high ROI. So that's all we got. If y'all got any other questions, we're glad to jive for a few minutes. We'll pull this down and do a little Q&A. I just see folks that they want the doc. So we will get y'all. We want to make sure that this is going to be the questions, the Q&A deal. So if y'all don't have any questions, that's cool too, because I know we just dropped a lot of detailed information. So if you don't have any questions, that's fine. If you do, put them in the comments. Scott being that dude that he is. Yeah, we'll run it back one more time. Deline Davis, if you can message me or Nate with the email that you may have grabbed it with, we can confirm. We've had quite a few spots go while we've been on this live. So, boom.
Lots of comments.
Yeah, lots. We'll definitely hit all you back. We won't leave any of you behind. Promise. Hell yeah, Heather. She says all good. You gave me some ideas to implement. You gotta warn me when we go that close, Nate. You gotta back up. Damn. Yep. Heather already got her spot, so she's good. And she got some stuff today she can implement. Hell yeah. Brandy Sickles. This is a great question. I want to make sure that I cover it really well. So all things that you're doing that's different, investment in yourself, rolling out something of your own or an affiliate, whatever, just starting a business in general, you're going to be nervous. All right. If you don't follow through, that's literally going to be something internal that you're battling. I'd say for me, it was kind of like I needed the information and then I needed to see it work for other people, which I did see a lot of that in the beginning stages, which put a fire under me because if they could do it, I could do it. And it really came down to me showing up, right? In the beginning, I wasn't doing it, like to make a sale. I was doing it to share what I was learning and what I was going through, good and bad. Okay. So for the super direct support, this is coming to hang out with us inside of our coaching program to run the initial training for that day. We answer all questions while we're there. And the information that we give is not like just this little tutorial video, like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to go do this. It's literally step by step, just like we've done this detailed training today. But if you're wanting more direct support, Group Juice would probably be like the best place because we go live inside of our Group Juice community every Tuesday at 11. And we answer all questions, strategies, what we're working on. And we've also got a 24/7 questions thread. So if you want direct ongoing support, Group Juice will probably be a better fit. But in a nutshell, we like to lay out information. So it's like, here's what to do. Here's how to do it. Here's the best way to do it. And then you go do it. That's like my best answer.
Ben, have you not given some of this info on other trainings or offers? To an extent, yes, right? To an extent, we've shared this strategy with our coaching clients. We've shared portions of this strategy with Group Juice students, in More Money Multiplier, right? We've shared portions, pieces, not the whole thing, not everything of A to Z, putting your offer together, launching your offer, the content, right? We've shared portions of it in other offers we have.
The only place we've really given it all is inside a core. That's it.
Yep.
Like we've done it all in bits and pieces, but this is going to be like the first real one-time, one-stop shop as far as promos. Yeah, we had MMM was all about offers, like how to craft an offer, and this is going to be like everything plus offer, right? Yep. So like teach you how to craft a really good offer in MMM, but this is going to be every other moving part to make sure that offer sells. right? So yeah, way different than MMM. Appreciate that. I wish I knew who it was that said it. Nope, Nate does not respond to messages. He does not do that. We do not. We yeah, Scott, Nate, or myself, whatever, whichever. Robert grabs his. Hell yeah, good stuff, my dude. So yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions about what we talked about today, we'll take like a brief intermission. We'll come back and hit everyone with the doc, and let you guys lock in your spot, and then just pay attention to what we put out moving forward, because we'll see how we go. When spots get to a certain number, you'll go to the checkout one day and it'll be like, sorry, you missed out. So whenever we do decide to cap spots, you're going to know if you've got the doc and you don't get it. We don't know which day it's going to be yet, but you might open it up to go to the link to grab your spot, and it's going to say, sorry, we've filled all of the spots and reached capacity. So don't be that person that gets that message. Anywho, no more questions. That's all we got for y'all today. Highly appreciate y'all's time. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We had a chunk of people with us the entire time, and we do highly appreciate it.
Awesome. You guys have a kick-ass day. Can't wait to see you guys inside. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Sweet. Catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a kick-ass Monday. Love, peace, chicken grease.